In this lesson, we're going to talk about dual and cooperative federalism. So, as with most aspects of government, the distinctions between federal powers and state powers are not always super clear. So, this is where dual and cooperative federalism are going to come in. So, for much of America's history, the model of the relationship between the states and the nation was one of dual federalism. And this is defined as where the states and the nation operate independently in their own areas of public policy. So under dual federalism, this model, each level of government is going to hold and exercise specific powers within its own sphere of influence, and there is very little overlap between the two spheres. Now, during the late 19th century, states and the national government are going to move toward cooperative federalism, working together to shape public policy. So under this model of cooperative federalism, both the state and federal governments are going to share concerns involving many of the same issues and policy areas, and they often act both independently and cooperatively within the same spheres. And I have marble cake federalism here because this is a really good visual as to how to remember dual federalism and cooperative federalism. So you can think of dual federalism as layer cake federalism. So you have your layer cake here with each separate layer. So you can think of each of those layers as a different level of government. So just like each layer of the cake is independent, programs and authorities within the different levels of government are going to be clearly divided between the national, state, and local governments. Whereas with cooperative federalism, it's more like a marble cake. Everything is mixed in together. So under cooperative federalism, programs and authorities are mixed among the national, state, and local governments. So dual federalism is layer cake federalism. Cooperative federalism is marble cake federalism. So the Great Depression and federalism. So the Great Depression is really going to change how the state and federal governments interact. So when the economic crisis hit, many state governments faced shortfalls and were unable to respond to their residents' needs. So when the stock market crashed, many citizens are going to start losing their jobs. They're going to be in financial trouble. So states are going to appeal to the national government to help. So President FDR is going to sign his New Deal, and you'll talk more about the New Deal and the Great Depression in U.S. history. But national power is going to expand under the New Deal, and it's going to permanently alter the relationship between states and the national government. So he has all kinds of programs that he's going to put in place under this New Deal to help people during this Great Depression. So a couple of these programs are Social Security and the Works Progress Administration. So Social Security established unemployment insurance for workers and set up old age insurance and assistance programs. The Works Progress Administration created jobs for the unemployed and built infrastructure projects. So states are appealing to the national government for help. The national government responds, and it is going to expand their power and authority. So before the Great Depression, you saw that layer cake federalism, that dual federalism, where programs and authorities are clearly divided among the state, national, state, and local governments. After the Great Depression, where the national government had to step in and help the state governments during that financial crisis, you're going to start seeing more of that cooperative federalism, that marble cake federalism, where programs and authorities are mixed among the national, state, and local governments. And that is the end of this lesson.